Do you remember the first time you saw a dinosaur? First time you see them, it's like a miracle. You read about them in books, you see the bones in museums, but you don't really believe it. They're like myths. And then you see the first one alive.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I am sorry for such a, heart-throbbing intro to this video, but it is something that I felt really needed to be made specifically for this topic. This is the last movie we are receiving to our knowledge in the Jurassic World, or Jurassic Park and Jurassic World franchise. We have, of course, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, but that will be ending here very shortly with its fifth season. I wanted to discuss with you guys the possibilities of what we can receive from now on with the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchise. There are, of course, other ways to look about the future, such as possible series that'll be created for spin-offs with, really depending on how Jurassic World Dominion is going to end. We have multiple shows that have done this when we think we are done, Star Wars being a big example, with now we have The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming out shortly. It is not within the realm of possibility that we could receive new series on new, different television streaming sites. I honestly am surprised that Universal has not made their own streaming site just yet. Maybe it will be coming soon, with this being one of the starters to really kick off the streaming channel. Would be its own Jurassic Park, Jurassic World crossover kind of a thing, or not really crossover, but its own series, kind of like how Netflix has Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Maybe Universal could do something to increase the lifespan of the Jurassic World story. It's a heart-throbbing kind of a not really a heart-throbbing, but it is how do I really want to word it? Because it's an emotional, that's how I want to word it. It's emotional to think that most of us who have grown up with this series, I remember watching Jurassic Park for the first time when I had to be about 3, old enough to when I was able to understand, and I remember the impact that just seeing that Brachiosaurus had on me, and just explaining, even standing here in the living room, I was explaining to my girlfriend why I was making an intro the way I was, and I actually started crying as I was explaining it to her, because for those of you who remember my old channel, I did mention a little bit that I had a brother who passed away in 2010, and it was, and pardon me if I get choked up talking about this, but I had a brother that was special needs, and the one thing that me and him, it was hard to bond with him because, he had his way of being with things and how he saw things, and it was different from how I saw it, but we bonded over this the most. We specifically watched Jurassic Park, and we both were just constantly focused on it. He would reenact multiple scenes when the T-Rex would throw the car over the enclosure, and it would do that epic roar at the end right before it cut scene to the lab, and he would tilt his head back, close his eyes, and hold his mouth open like he was roaring like the T-Rex, and I have fond memories of that. And that was just something that the two of us had in common, which was difficult when you had a brother with special needs, because they had the mind of a 3-year-old permanently up until the day he died at the age of 20 years old. That was something we grew up together with, and that was something that stuck with me. As you could see, you know, it's a big part of my life, just like it's a big part of other people's lives. I mean, I run a YouTube channel specifically based off this, and it's where I'm most happy. It's where I'm most comfortable to discuss. You know, I have a lot of likes and dislikes, but out of all the different likes that I've had, whether it be Pokemon, whether it be just anything, horror movies, anything like that, this is the one thing that has made me feel comfortable to make a YouTube channel about, because it's something that everybody can relate to. Everybody has fond memories, whether it be the movies, whether it be an older video game, and whether it be even just going to Universal Studios, Hollywood, Japan, anything like that, and being able to go to Jurassic Park. Now these days it's Jurassic World, to my knowledge. I know it is in Universal Studios Hollywood, it's Jurassic World. As for Orlando, I'm not sure. But this is something that we all can come together and agree on, that this is something we truly love as a fan base. And it really does make me worry for the future of the game, or future of not even just the game, but the future of the whole series as a whole. What more is there that we can do, or what more is there that can be done to keep the world alive, I guess you could say. Because we have, it kind of reminds me of, like, with the Jurassic Park series, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, after, what's going to happen after so long? I mean, they're not just going to keep creating, like, toys and stuff to keep the series alive, because as time goes on, they're just going to fizzle out, and before you know it, you're going to realize, now that I think about it, I actually don't see Jurassic World things in stores anymore. I don't see this, I don't see that, and it's kind of sad to think about that this could possibly be the end, and how they would end it. Would they, it really, Dominion is going to be a very impactful movie, because this will decide whether we get more or not. If you as this is very unscripted if you can't tell, but at the end of it, how are we supposed to know what comes next? What is happening next? Will we lose Rexy? Will we lose Blue and Beta? Which I highly doubt we'll lose Blue and Beta, but will Blue and Beta be the only 2 dinosaurs left? Or are we going to finally be able to live in harmony with dinosaurs, and just unfortunately have to lose Rexy? And that's gonna suck, because there's all these different outcomes that we can receive that could really make an impact on the future of Jurassic Park and world. So it's scary. It's one of those movies, I'm going to go to this movie with a very, very heavy heart, because as excited as I am to see what could happen, I'm emotional about it. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm happy. I'm a lot of things, because this is my childhood. This is what I grew up with. This is what gave me comfort when I had bad days. This is what gave me comfort when I went through really hard times. It's one of those, I can't even watch the first movie without bursting into tears, because the music is so impactful to me. Just seeing everything in that movie brings me back so much to the better days, when there wasn't all these problems in the world, where everything was much more simple when I was younger, and when we were all younger. It's just, it makes me nervous to know where this franchise could go. This wasn't a video I really planned on making like this. It was more of an informational kind of video on the different ideas that could come of this. But when I thought about it, I really felt like this was something I wanted to get to. I wanted to hit people where, the nostalgia pang of just hearing the music, seeing the scenes that we grew up with, and just realizing that, we're at a part where we don't know what comes next. We've always been like, oh, well, that clearly is going to lead to a new movie, or that's clearly going to lead to a spin-off or whatever. But for the first time, we don't know. We do not have a single clue other than this movie will decide it all. This will possibly be the absolute end, and it's gonna suck, and we're gonna cry, and we're gonna be happy, hopefully, that this movie ends in a positive note. And it's just, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot to think about. I feel like I'm losing an old friend that I've had in my life for many, many years, and it hurts. Like, it's actually emotional. And I don't know. It's a very bittersweet moment. So I would love to know what you guys think. Ending this video off here, I wanted to thank you all so much for just the amount of support you people, you folks have given me to help get this channel back to where it was with the 1,200 subscribers, and possibly more past that. You guys have done so much to help that, and I cannot thank you all enough. The toy hunts are absolutely fantastic. I have so much fun doing them, and I've been connecting with you guys, and I love to connect with you guys. So I'm going to end this off here before I keep rambling on and start making no sense whatsoever. So I wanted to thank you all for watching. I love you all very much. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, where you think the series will go. Do you think it'll end? Do you think we'll get spin-offs? What do you think? I would love to know. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Let's get to those 500 subs. This is Brooding Gamer signing off.
Mm-hmm.